Hey Collective, this is an energy forecast reading for July 22nd, 2020. And normally these energy readings can resonate for the next 2 to 3 days, but actually today I'm finding this to be quite situational. So whenever you find yourself at this reading, it's likely to resonate with you at that time. But also, many of us today, specifically on July 22nd, will be dealing with maybe some of these challenges that are coming up in this reading. So the card that I've pulled for the general energy of the day is a number 33, and the title is Tenacity, and it has this cute badger on the front here. And the card reads dedication, determination, and stubbornness. So right away, there is a sense of some conflicting energies in the air today. Dedication and determination towards your goal or your soul mission are certainly wonderful things to have in place and necessary. But stubbornness is oftentimes a situation or challenge that doesn't serve us for our highest good. And as you can see underneath the tenacity card is the judge card, and that card came out reversed. So I'm seeing that as meaning that you could possibly feel today that there is an unfair judgment made against you, or it could be that the past is coming back up today in which you felt like there was an unfair judgment made. But I also need to say that this could be that while you may not think you're making an unfair judgment against another person, there certainly is a chance to do that today without being completely aware of that going on. Today's energy is, I don't want to call it exactly heavy, it's just a bit of an emotional roller coaster. So when these days come in that have highly charged emotions, just naturally as a human, we may want to pinpoint where that energy is coming from because it's making us uncomfortable. So if there is someone in your atmosphere, in your home, or just a situation that you've been thinking about, there's high chances today that you may attribute more of your emotionally charged nature to something that that person has done or is doing. And, some of that energy could just be due to the general energy and astrology of the day. So today, both the sun and the moon have gone into the sign of Leo, and Leo is a childlike and playful energy, but it's also a very fiery energy, and it can lead to some impulsive behavior. So just some things to be aware of in that way. So with this sense of this unfair judgment or just judging in general before having the full report or all the information that you need is leading to this card that says the dead end. So regardless of who you are in this situation, just judgment in the reverse is only ever going to lead to a dead end. And you can see here on the card around this hand, there's just all this entanglement around. So any way that you can today to just get back in your center and come from your 0 point and make judgments from that place where you're not exactly thinking of the outcome as being positive or negative. You're just in this quiet, centered place, just seeing from a point of clarity. That's going to be really important. And so I'm going to go ahead and get a card or two more because this situation does seem to be quite specific, so we can just finish it out with some really clear messages here about what is going on in the energy today. And also, with that being said, I do sense a strong energy that someone from the past could be contacting you today, maybe by text or by email. But again, it's important to discern today, and so many sensitive people can feel that welling up. Like, I feel like somebody is thinking about me, or I feel like somebody is going to contact me. And that feeling is likely true. But the part where you need to discern is if you really know who that person is. I mean, we have a lot of people in our lives, and so it could be anyone. So, it's not really worth it to think too deeply into that until that situation arises. But that being said, the energies today are certainly primed for someone from your past to try to reconnect with you. And it's possible that you may have set up some really strong boundaries to guard yourself from this person. So it's important to just re-examine some of those boundaries you have, especially if they are really old boundaries, and see if that is serving your highest purpose at this time. Because spirit likely isn't going to send someone into your life just to agitate you. It could be possible that this person has come to some type of understanding between the two of you, and that ultimately could lead to healing. So before you just jump to flying off at the handle at that person or blocking them, just take some time to get in your center. And that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do, a 45-minute meditation, but you can just do some of your own internal processes that let you quiet your mind and decide what to do next, because there's really no time frame on that. If someone contacts you, just take the time that you need to process how you feel about it before you respond. Okay, 1 second. One flew all the way off the table. Okay, so these cards are pretty specific to situations, so of course just take it as it resonates. So first here we have the Kimber Diamond, and the card reads, "They are not in fact diamonds. They are far more attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring energetic properties. Found in New York's Mohawk Valley, the clarity and two naturally faceted ends, or double termination, of Herkimers earn them their diamond moniker." So who needs these? Reiki masters, travelers on the spiritual path, or highly sensitive people. And where you can put it is in spaces you want to zone as sacred. So when to use it? When you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work, brush off all these unwanted vibes with Kimber Diamond. Power wash your energy. So that goes along perfectly with what I was talking about, especially for highly sensitive people, empaths, intuitives, and all the other names for people like us, is that you could have a chance to just misinterpret some of the energy that is coming into your space today. So something that can help with that is to clean your space, to make your space sacred. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to turn your bedroom or wherever your place is into, this Instagram perfect spirituality room. But there's some easy things that you can do to higher the vibration of your house while clearing it out of any energies that might really honestly not have that much to do with you personally. And so one of my favorites is to mop the floor. That might sound kind of strange, but it really works. A lot of lower or negative type energy can hang down low on the floor. And so by mopping it and keeping your space clean, it instantly gives it a more sacred feeling for you. The next card here is the Libyan Gold Tektite. So Libyan Gold Tektite is 28 million year old Saharan desert glass, only found in, you guessed it, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow, but far from mellow. So who needs it? The navel gazing and brooding, binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the streets with some extra swagger, and Cancers. Where to put it? Hold Libyan gold Tektite or this card at your will center, just above the navel, and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery, beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. When to use it? When your get up and go has ghosted you. So banish your blahs. So again, this is speaking to some energies of the day that can be kind of agitating. So again, we have a tendency to really want to place, things that are making us uncomfortable or agitated on another person, especially if you live with another person or you work with a lot of different people. It's just really easy to say this energy is coming from this area. But it could be that we truly need to take a deeper look inside at ourselves right now and see if there's anything we are personally doing that is causing us to feel in any negative type of way. So perhaps you don't feel like you are getting enough done, or you feel guilty, like it says, about watching too much TV, and on and on and on. So a lot of times when we find ourselves procrastinating is because we are having feelings well up of control, and we don't really want to take action towards a goal that maybe is not fully formed yet. So something you can do today that can make you feel accomplished and help you to not feel like you're getting stuck in this rut of just not getting enough done is to just take the time for yourself and write out some goals. And really surprising things come up when we write out our feelings or our thoughts or our plans, and it can make it a lot easier to identify what's not working for us right now. So the next card is Howlite, and Howlite is also known as white turquoise. It's all about reveling in simplicity. Often the real power exists in what's left out. Howlite's dreamy slate cleansing energy helps you discern exactly what you don't need so you can train your focus on exactly what you do. Who needs it? Overstimulated minimalists living in a maximalist world. Where to put it? Wherever you need some breathing room. When to use it? When you need a break from the never-ending onslaught of DMs, meeting requests, and trending stories. Less is more, none is most. Howlite can help. Organize your headspace. So actually on the table, I do have a little Howlite here, Howlite point. And Howlite is something that I really like to use for sleep. So sometimes, well, not even sometimes, just a lot of people right now on the ascension journey are having some dreams that are agitating them a little bit. You may feel like you are being visited in your dreams by people. So as I said in the beginning, that this is a strong day for, possibly some reconnections coming in or somebody contacting you from the past. That doesn't always happen just in our waking life. So if that is something that you're struggling with and you don't really want to have those contacts, Howlite is something that can help with that. And again, in this card, it's worth noting that discernment is talked about again. So something that could be agitating you today is that you feel overstimulated by your environment. So again, like I said about mopping the floor, maybe take another look at your floor again. Before you mop, you have to clean things up off the floor so it's easy to move around. And so I'm just getting the sense here of maybe purging some things that you don't need anymore, and just cleaning up the space could be really helpful for you today so you can focus on what is really going on. And then the very last card we have here is Danburite, and it was in reverse. So normally with these cards, if it's in reverse, I just take that as this energy could be a little out of balance for you today. So it says, like the beta blockers in Grandma's medicine cabinet, Danburite's twinkling, effervescent energy takes the edge off with its serious feel-good vibes. Who needs it? Emos, goths, buttoned-up white-collar stress cases. Where to put it? Wherever you want to do some elevated thinking, feeling, dreaming, or being. When to use it? When the daily grind has ground you into the pavement, when you feel like launching into space but lack astronaut training, vibing with Danburite can help divert your busy mind away from its pesky, physics-ruled orientation. There's somewhere else out there. Flip on the high beams and explore. Turn on your electric light. So yeah, some of you today might be just feeling really in this 3D energy, and even the things that I talked about are going to have you focusing on, yeah, those 3D parts of our life, like what our environment looks like and how to clean that up. But also I'm noticing a theme in several of these cards that work could be really getting people down today a little bit. We've been in a long process here of many people working from home, and so it's a little hard to maybe have your sacred space and also your workspace, and that might make your home feel a little more confining. So while your office may have been used for your artistic purposes in the past, now it may have become a real office space for you. And people could at one time look forward to, getting off the clock and leaving that space and that energy behind at work and going to your sacred safe space at home. So if you do have a home office, today might be a great day to actually do a real good cleansing on it as well. And so maybe not just cleansing the space physically, like with mopping or vacuuming or whatever the case is, but you may also want to do like a smoke clearing on that area, or there's some other things you can do if you don't like to use smoke. Like here I have this little cup of Himalayan salt, and so that's something you can do, and it just clears the energy of the room and also encourages a really high vibrational feeling. So you can just put, and you can use any kind of salt that you have. If all you have is table salt, that's totally fine too. Just put a little dish out, and you can put multiple around the house if you feel like you need that. And you can also do the same thing with just some plain rice, whatever kind of rice you have, uncooked. Just pour it into a little bowl and put that into the space that you want to clear. So don't feel like you have to buy all of these stones. And here's a look at what each looks like. So there's the Danburite, looks a lot like just a quartz. The Howlite, that's in its more rough form. The Libyan gold Tektite, which is really awesome, and I love this stone, and I have one. It's also a stone that King Tut used to wear. And then the Kimber Diamond also looks a lot like quartz, but is not, and it's a little more rare to find, but you can find it at a local gem shop or online. But the messages are the most important part of this, and the message that keeps coming through is just to do what you can to, higher the vibration of your home so that you can feel comfortable and really discern what energy is coming in and out. So with that all being said, I hope that you have a wonderful day ahead and just roll with the punches on this day. It could be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but there are things that are trying to come through to be shown to you today about how useful your discernment can be in, not causing any more further drama. All right, thanks. Talk to you soon.